Hi, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to a brand new world here on Minecraft 1.20.1 with me, of course, Weathermaster. Hi, I haven't done much on YouTube recently, and this whole spiel ends up becoming my intro to anything nowadays because I seriously don't have much YouTube videos recently, and that's my fault. I should be better about that. So, welcome to a brand new series, of course. Like I said, we are playing Minecraft. This is not the JFS, and this is a brand new survival world that I have loaded up in single player Minecraft. Oh wow, it's raining. This is fantastic. This actually, oh wow, this is really very atmospheric. Ooh, love it. I love this atmospheric feel to this. But it went from very, very jubilant to very depressed. Hi. So, how many times can I say hi in this intro? The idea of this series is to have a Minecraft world where I can enjoy and build on my own time and in my own efforts. I have a very different style of building than most people do, and especially on the JFS. A lot of people are able to complete things very, very fast, while I have a very, very, very slow, methodical approach to building, and I take things a little too seriously sometimes with building. I allow my confidence to get in the way a little bit. This is truly meant to be a creative outflow for me, as I really haven't had it as much recently as I would like to have. And it really is trying to be better, trying to take more control. And I'll talk about that in a little bit here. But the idea is creativity and on my own time. And of course, the JFS isn't dead. You know, I would love to make some content over there, and I may. But I can't guarantee that I'm going to make YouTube content on there. There's other projects that I'm working on that are very secretive, that I don't really want to produce for YouTube specifically. So this is a good compromise. Of course, I'm still going to be playing on the server, streaming. I'm not going to be streaming personally, but I'll be in streams with people and stuff on the server, of course, as it continues to go on. I really should stop rambling and put F1 on. I am here in a brand new world. This is one of the most gorgeous worlds that I have ever seen in my life, and I will be transparent with you. I went on quite a bit of a seed hunt for this. I really, really did. I went on a seed hunt like crazy. I used, let's try to chop down a tree. I don't really want to chop down any of these beautiful, beautiful cherry blossom trees, which means I would have to like climb all the way down there to like down to like that lone oak tree. I don't like doing this, but it's gonna have to be this way. I used chunk base. I used chunk base to find this seed. I know maybe some people will be like, "Oh, whether you're dumb, you're dumb." I don't really care. This is my series. I'm gonna do what I would like to do with my series. Like, no offense to anyone, of course. You know, that's just how it is. I want to be able to play in a world that I know I'm going to enjoy and really, really like. And I found I wanted a world that is specifically. We really need to sleep. We're in a really, really bad way, actually. I wanted the world specifically that was going to be cherry blossoms at spawn, and I was luckily able to find this. What I really did was I just kind of went kind of random through the seeds. Like, it just generated a bunch of different seeds on trunk base, which is pretty easy. And by the way, I should mention, This is a large biome world. And I'll talk about that in a second because that kind of tie into the theme of something that I'm kind of doing with this. Sort of, not really. So there's going to be very large biomes. Like, for instance, this biome in general is very large. I know of a few things around it, which is something kind of cool. There is some funky, cool stuff that I'm kind of excited to try out, especially a deep, dark city. There is one somewhat nearby, I think, if I'm not wrong. Okay, there's a creeper. There's a creeper. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Don't die, guy. Sorry, I get my good voice occasionally. Um, Gosh, I am just rambling on and on, aren't I? I love it though. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to recording again, especially playing Minecraft and recording because I don't do that very often. But yeah, so like I said earlier, chunk base. I loaded a bunch of different seeds, all kinds of seeds, really. What I did? I loaded, tons and tons and tons, and I really looked for spawn and like the surrounding area. Of course, with large biome worlds, you're gonna run into the problem where it's gonna be big. And so some of the biomes that you want to get to, like for instance, like at Mesa, I'm not sure exactly on how far the mesa is away in this world. I can look at it. It could be 10,000 blocks away, and that would be a normal distance for this. When in a regular Minecraft world, it might you might have to travel 2 or 3,000 blocks to get to that. So large biome worlds are insane and way more than you would expect, but I think they're kind of fun. It's something I kind of want to try. Again, I'll talk about that in a little bit because it's kind of something I'm trying to emulate of another person. You might be able to guess who they are, but whatever. I don't care. Guess for series, I can do what I feel like. I'm gonna try to find some sheep. Sheep are going to be an important thing if I can frickin' breathe. Hiya! Hoya! Hoya! Oh, there's a child. Where's this child? Okay. His little hands. Little man with his little hands. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. I never said I'm good at try about Minecraft. I am not. Oh, he gave me iron. Thank you, little man. This is not good. This is just not a place I need to be. I need a bed. Very badly. And we are in just a terrible, terrible situation. Was there sheep back up there? Because that's where I want to go. There was some coal I did see. This could be potential right now. Survival, at least. I'm risking this. I'm risking it. I don't like this. Oh, heck you. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Give me some food. I need food. Okay, so it just dawned on me that I don't have any wood. I've made a little safety hole. There's many dying zombies and creepers and all sorts of not niceness. I just want to hide in a corner right now. This is actually not good. I can make some food, which is good, but we are in pretty dire straits. I'm not gonna lie. I've totally ruined the terraforming or natural terraforming of this mountain. Well, I say that, and it's like a little tiny cave that I've ruined. But that's okay. That's okay. We will suffice. I'm not going to eat the steak quite yet because I don't want to waste it. I'm going to take a cow farm and stuff like that. But give me 1 second, and I will actually be prepared this time. Okay, welcome back. I have created a little bit of a hidey hole. Like it's not the same one, but it's a different one, up a little higher where we started out basically. I finally have a bed. I have a nice little photos of the actual pickaxes. I like to do this in Minecraft. I've done it for I don't even know how long. It's been so long since I started doing this. I just try to save any of my first pickaxes. I don't save swords or axes or anything. I don't know why. I just save my pickaxes. So I have the wood one I crafted earlier, and then of course the first stone one, which one is on like 1 HP left. So we have those. We have a little hidey hole, and we also have a visitor. As far as I can tell, I don't know where the heck he is, but he is here. I didn't expect to hear one of these guys immediately. Not that we're going to be able to trade with him, but I mean, he's here. What do you got? You have fire coral. Ooh, dark oak though. 5 emeralds. I can't trade you to get emeralds, my dude. You don't. If you could give me 20 emeralds, I would love you. I would love you so very much. That would be very nice for dark oak. But I think in the meantime, hey guys, it's kind of funny that those guys actually just kind of disappeared. I don't know where they went, but you know what? They didn't really have anything I wanted. Well, they did have something I wanted, but you know what? They just were selling it for too high of a price. Okay, so let's talk for a little bit. I need to chop down a tree. Again, I really don't want to chop down any of these beautiful, beautiful cherry trees, but I think we're going to have to. Because I'm just not getting much wood from dark oak. Oh, by the way, actually, let's go over here real quick. There is a very, very beautiful kind of canyon. I don't know what you want to call it. It's over here somewhere. I know that, but it's a very, very nice thing. This is also very nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, look at that. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful river with the shaders. By the way, I don't know if the shaders are going to be on all the time. I'm just trying to see on how things look. I would love to have the shaders on all the time. Don't get me wrong. But if it ends up lagging the video or anything, then I'm gonna have to turn them off. And hopefully it doesn't. During my test, it didn't seem like it was. But yeah, so they're not going to be on all the time, probably, unless I feel like it. But this is is it this? I know I think it's this. Okay, yeah, I think it's this. This is yeah. Look at this. Just look at this like little canyon. I don't know what you would call it, crevasse. Depression, whatever you want to call it. There's just this very large walled off area with cherry trees above it. It's just beautiful. I want to do something with this. I really do. Don't get me wrong. There's so much terrain just around spawn in general that I'm like, I really want to do that island or that other plateau that I was looking at earlier when I first started. I want to build a bridge to that. But this is just cool down here. This is just really cool. This is really, really cool. And there's a bunch of other stuff that are like very similar to this too. I'm not sure if they're super close by, but I know there's a couple more. But anyway, so let's talk about stuff. As you have probably noticed over the past gosh dang, almost probably a year, I really haven't been creating content. I've done the occasional stream. I've done. Well, I haven't even done a countdown for the DLCs, and those have been announced for, like 7-8 months. So I haven't done anything, and that isn't. I would say it really is entirely my fault. I don't want these videos to become my just dumping ground for all my feelings. Of course, you don't necessarily want to listen to me just complaining about crap because it's just not good, and it's not good for me to do that. The series is about being positive and sharing that positive effect with others. But like I said, I don't really I haven't really made content over this past year ish. I mean, technically, I did make content last September with like the countdown and sorts of stuff, but it's been a while since I've like formed new content on a regular basis, and it's sad. I can say that it's sad. Something that I have 100% missed. Something that I love doing. YouTube is, it's a great opportunity to share your passions with everyone else around you, but it's also an opportunity to have a stress reliever. But not like I said earlier, where I'm like, dump all my feelings on YouTube because that's just how I can do. That's just not what I need to do. That's being counterproductive. The more you talk about your feelings, your negative feelings, it just tends to ruminate, and the more angry and frustrated that you can get, especially when you don't have a sounding. I don't want to call it a sounding board by any means. When you're not talking to someone that is going to. I don't know how to word all this, but when you find someone that you can talk to, that's something I would personally rather do. And I luckily have some really, really good friends and, of course, an amazing family that I am able to talk to, especially my mother, which I love her very, very much. And I love my friends and other family members as well, of course. But YouTube, this is something that I've just always enjoyed, always loved. Sometimes it can be tedious. Sometimes I can be a little annoyed at it, and that's okay. You know what? It's not going to be perfect all the time. And I am, totally, totally, totally fine with that. I'm not going to complain and say that, things have to be perfect. No, they don't. I don't know if I'm lost. I think I'm lost a little bit. I don't know where I necessarily came from. Was it this way? I feel like maybe it was this way. Let's go up this way. But yeah, so YouTube has been something that I love doing, and I want to get back into it. Simply put, I want to be able to get back into that creative groove and feel like I can start making content and doing things that I really do enjoy. I think I have gone the wrong way because I don't remember this. Oh, frick me! I'm gonna lose where spawn is immediately. I didn't really write any coordinates down. No fear, I will find it. But yeah. So I want to get back into the YouTube space and help me to form other creative ideas and other creative endeavors that I have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. Some people that will be watching this video will know what I'm talking about. And I do really, really, really want to start things like that. And of course, get back to the countdown and be able to make the videos that I want to make for Pokemon. There's a whole bunch of ideas and even some videos that are like a good way into being made and I just haven't done yet. And that's just kind of how I want to be able to do that. And this series, I think, is like the best way to like get myself to just do something. If I can make a Minecraft video about playing Minecraft and enjoying and being able to feel positive and creative, then that'll help me to feel a lot more engaged in making other forms of content that I know that I want to do. If that makes any sense, of course. I want it to make sense. Here we go. Here's my. Oh no, that's lava. Never mind. Where the heck is spawn? I don't remember. I don't remember any of this. Was it back this way? I don't like doing this. Oh yeah, here's the river. Okay, yeah. Here's the river I was looking at. But yeah. So I would be very excited to see how this would play out. I am a very different kind of Let's Player or Minecraft content creator, whatever you want to call it. In fact, not just me, it's the whole JFS. We are very different from the atypical Minecraft content creator. We're not as, loud and rambunctious as other Minecraft content creators, looking at, Hermitcraft or looking at Dream SMP or Empires. We're not that crazy upbeat server that wants to, or well, I say that and I'm not playing on the server, but like we're not that server, if that makes any sense. And that's not a knock on those. I love Hermitcraft. I can knock on Dream SMP and Empires because I'm not a big fan of those. But sorry, I just lost half my viewership. But yeah, so we are very different when it comes to creating kinds of content, especially on YouTube. And so the idea is basically I am going to make more of a series that's more talky than it is super, like, I don't know, jumpy and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it very well. You might get you might catch my drift on things a little bit better, but like the idea is that I want to be able to form content that I feel the most comfortable with and be able, like, I can just kind of record and then edit and release. And of course, I still want to implement, ideas and features of those other things like time lapses and stuff like that. I mean, in itself, this is a building series. This is Weather Builds. I don't think I've actually even mentioned that in this video, but this is Weather Builds. This is my building series. It's something I love to do in Minecraft, and I want to be able to show. So it's still going to have the aspects of, Hermitcraft with the time lapses and stuff like that. But it's not going to be crazy rambunctious with all the lore and, pranks and stuff. Well, of course, there's going to be no pranks. It's literally a single player survival world. I am not going to prank myself. I could, but it wouldn't be very fun. But yeah, so it's still going to have those. But like I said, the JFS, we are very laid back, talky YouTubers more than we are rambunctious, lore-based people. Of course, there are some members that are kind of on the other side of that, like Red Star and Dean are also very lore-based and very outgoing when it comes to things like that. Which is, totally fine. And I love that kind of content, don't get me wrong. I'm just more of a relaxed person. I'm like Muck. I'm like Nixer. We are definitely more of just sit back, record, or stream, and talk for, for however long it ends up being. There was a very... I always mention this. There was a series of videos, this is like 5 years ago, that were released on the JFS all about like depression and mental illness, and it just kind of went around. Everybody did it. Naxter did it, Dean did it, Muck did it, I think Red Star did a video on it, and so did like Shostin and stuff like that. Everybody talked about it, and that kind of kicked off like the whole renaissance of like us just talking in videos and not worrying too much about the aspects of editing and going crazy wild into things. So that's going to be the majority of this series, I would say. But again, like I said before, it's still going to have those aspects of a building series. And there's things I'm not gonna record. There's some things I'm probably not gonna do much grinding on camera, but like there are some things like this. I'm caving or building or doing something like that or building. That typically actually doesn't really be seen in places like Hermitcraft. They don't typically actually record while they're building, other than the time lapse. So, but that's the idea behind it. If my explanation made some sense or semblance of sense, then there you go. Yeah, so that's the idea, and I am taking. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm gonna be transparent with it. Like I said earlier, there are definite aspects of this series, its name, its idea, the large biomes, the personality. I'm not going to be transparent with, or I'm going to be transparent with you. This is completely based off of Building with BOO, completely, and I'm not going to lie. I'm happy to say that because Building with BOO has been such a prevalent thing in my life for longer than 10 years. Well, it's been like 12 years or whatever, however long it's been. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a very long time since I started watching Building with BOO, and this series is completely inspired by that. It is. And I hope to take that to the next level and make it into something a more. Oh, wow. I didn't expect to actually come out of the mountain. That's fine, I suppose. Well, I kind of want to take those torches back then. Because I can seal this off. But, yeah. So it's totally based off of Building BOO, and again, I'm not ashamed to say that. Most people would be like, "Oh, you need to be more unique. You need to be something. You build your own thing." And sure, there are some fantastic ways to do that, and they are apply to many different things. But in my opinion, I have the countdown. I have the things that are unique to me. There are many people on YouTube making countdown videos. It's something that is very unique to me, and I don't really care if I have anything else unique. Contrary to the belief of a YouTuber's goal, I don't really care if this channel doesn't succeed. It doesn't really seem like something to say, but it doesn't fully matter to me if this channel succeeds. There are other ventures on YouTube, like I said earlier, that some people will know that I would like to succeed, and I'm going to be working on them soon. But this channel is my hobby. This is what I do to entertain myself and to be creative and get that flow going. And so it doesn't matter to me if people are watching this or are complaining that I'm basing it off of somebody else. I'm not being unique. That doesn't matter to me. As much as that is, yes, I am not B-Dubs, and yes, I am not Hermitcraft. I am not Minecraft. I am not Empire's SMP. I'm not any of those. I am me, and I am taking the aspects of the things that I really like from Building with BOO and implementing them into this series as a way of, well, basically emulating. Emulation is the most what's the saying? Flattery is the the best compliment or something like that. No, not flattery. Something along that lines. I can't even think of it. But basically, that's the idea behind it. I want to be able to implement those ideas, but in my own way, and say, okay, this is what it builds. It's the same thing as building with BOO, but in a little bit of a different format. And that's something that I do very much care about. It's going to help me because every time I watch Building with BOO, I feel very positive. I feel very uplifted more than anything. Well, there's other things, other religious things that I, of course, do that make me feel more uplifted. But I feel really happy after I watch a Billing with BOO episode, or even just anything BOO related. And so I want to emulate that, because he's happy and I'm happy and a lot of his fans are happy. And I'm not trying to make this sound like I'm like a fanboy kind of a thing. I'm not, but like it's kind of seemed like that. But I want to be able to emulate that and bring that happiness and that positivity to not only this channel, but to my own life in general. Negativity is a disease. It's a problem. Contention is the number one enemy of us, and trust me, in these days, you don't want contention in your own mind and heart. You want to remove it, take it away from yourself. Wonderful, wonderful things can happen if you don't have contention in your life, and I can promise you that, as it has happened for me. There are things that I have been working on recently that I have struggled with. Like some forms of anger issues and definitely anxiety, which is something that I continue to work on throughout my life. It's something that will always be there, but I know how to control it more. And that's kind of the theme of how I want to go about doing this, is taking control into being positive, not letting those contentious things get to you, and just finding that release of joy that you can in the smallest of ways or in the biggest of ways even. But this is that series, and I want to make that the best that I possibly can. And if it's not something that you want to watch, that's totally fine. I know I'm not really getting this out as much as as well as I wanted to. But just the fact that I got it out in general is a big step forward for me. And trust me, right now, I have a very large smile on my face. And I feel very hopeful and very positive. And like I said, I'm going to try out to make that the theme of this series is just hopeful positivity, no contention, and just try to have fun and enjoy, because that's how we're going to improve upon our lives. And not let contention ruminate in our lives. I've seen so many things happen, and I don't want to get into them. I was thinking, maybe we could dump those feelings there. Like I said earlier, this is not that series. This is not the series where I'm going to dump all of my worries and all of my things from work and from life and all that stuff. This is a series where I'm going to forget about it, and I'm going to enjoy Minecraft, and we're going to be positive. Like I said, I'm proud of myself that I've even been able to record this. Something I like. Oh, my mouse just fell off my thing. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this first episode of Weather Builds. I know we didn't do anything building related, but we got the idea of the series out of the way. And I really hope that the series continues to be something that will affect not only me, but everyone else around me, and then hopefully you guys as well, to build more of a positive attitude and not let the world get to you too much. But if I've gotten it across, I'm really, this whole commentary is kind of devolving over the past few minutes. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next episode.